Okay, so I actually logged out after I put my images in just to show you how to get back. So again, I'm going to WeVideo.com. I click login and I log in with Google. Just click on that and it brings me back to my dashboard. And in the dashboard now, see how I have a recent edit, and I'm going to rename that because I don't want everything called my video. I didn't name it when I put the photos in. So I'll show you how to edit the name. And so I'm just going to, again, and it also shows that it's in the right project folder because it's in CCV Spring 2018. That really, I need to see that on yours too. So I'm going to edit it. I'm going back to edit the one I started working on. So it opens the editor up. And first thing I want to do is really give it a name. And for the purposes of this, again, looking around the more you log in and start looking at things, you'll get more familiar with them. We didn't look at this before, but see these three little, they call them hot dogs, but bar, it's the main menu. And this is where you can go back to earlier versions. And if you've made a lot of changes and want to go backwards, you can do that. You can go to the help menu. You can, don't switch to storyboard. We're using the timeline. So don't use storyboard. It's very too simplistic. And we're going to save it as. We're going to actually give it a name. So instead of my video, I'm just going to put my name in there so I know it. And then it's going to be a photo slideshow. You can also, so if it was, snow, you could call it something related to your slideshow. As long as I know it's from you, that's fine. Hit OK. So it captured a thumbnail to put with that, but also go over here to themes. Now, for this purpose, in this lesson, I want no theme. Because if you pick a theme, it does all the work for you. And I want you to be picking the fonts and the titles, the music, the transitions. Otherwise, it's not your work. So do not use a theme for purposes of this class, okay? So make sure it's no theme. And then when we finish it, we'll get to that. But I need to go back, and now if I look down I have one video track, I have no audio. Oh, let me get rid of it. This is in the way. Okay. I have no audio. So we're going to bring in music. Now there's different ways to get music. Remember when we went to YouTube? So I'm just going to go open my YouTube, and I went to my channel, and well, actually it was the video manager over here where it says create, and there's an audio library. Now you could get music there where you download it here in the download button. So if you want to look by mood, so for instance, say I want a calm mood, and let's see if there's something to, again, it takes, sometimes you can spend forever. I don't want to do that. So I'm just going to show an example. You can actually play it, and it's free to use in any of your videos. So again, you could let's try lullaby, see how that works. No, that's kind of too much, but whatever. You could actually download this, and then in WeVideo, you could again go to the folder over here, and you could upload it into media. But you don't need to do that, because in WeVideo, if you can't find something here in WeVideo, go to YouTube, find what you want, and import it. But this, again, we have the premium account here. We have lots of free choices. So you can actually, again, go right here in the WeVideo, click on something, and you could try playing it. That certainly doesn't go with my music. So it might take me a little time, again, to find something that I want that matches my photos. So I'm going to spend well, that sounds okay. So I'm just going to, for now, I might change it later, but let me close that. So I'm going to drag this down. Now what it does, and I'm going to put it right there in the track. And this, I'm going to scroll this over again so I can actually see. Now see how the images, or the music goes so much longer than the images. So I don't want it to go that long. So I'm going to drag this little scrubber over here. See, like that? See the little scissors? If I hit clip. and I highlight this, I'm just going to delete that because I don't want it that far. The other thing I might want to do is if I double click on the audio track, well, let's see, close gaps. Well, actually close gaps, that's for the photos, but you can actually adjust the volume. So if it's too loud, you can move it down. And also here, this is what I like about the sound. See that little blue line? I click on it, it gives me a little dot. I can drag that down. So I can actually bring the audio in a little bit and then go up and, or you can move that around. Now, another way, let me show you to do it, is see how right there, open fade options. Now, you can have it fade in and out. So you can set the time for audio to fade in and out, but I'm not going to do that for now. I'm just going to actually, that's a good idea, is to fade it in. So you could fade it in. You could use the auto one to fade it in and out, or you could manually adjust the volume that way. So now I'm just going to, again, go back to the beginning and hit play. So I've got a little music to go with my winter slideshow. And again, I could play around with the music, but again, I don't want to spend too much time doing that. I'll show you how to do it. Now, one other thing I want to see in your photo slideshow up here where it says text, pick one of these titles, something, whatever you want that you think fits your style. So I'm just going to pick the first one. Drag it down onto the video track 2, and again double click on it, and it opens up here. You can change the color palette. So see how that color of white on white doesn't work very well, so I might bring in a darker gray, and again the line color, you might want to change it to red, whatever. So don't spend too much time. But now here, when you click on primary text, you can change this to winter fun or snow or something, and then here I might put my name, or you could put by Elizabeth, something like that. And again, you can change the font styles if you like, whatever. And over here, the transition, this is where you can zoom it in or out or that sort of thing. So I'm just going to click done editing. And so now, and again, the length of time. So if you wanted it longer or shorter, you just drag it that way. So here's the beginning. So here's my photo slideshow. So I have music, I have photos, and you don't have to be fancier than that for this purpose. So I might fade the music out a little bit down here. Well, actually, see, you have to click another spot for it to angle. So I'm just going to fade that down. Okay, so now I want to finish it. Now, I keep losing this, but if I scroll up here, this is where I get to my slideshow. I want to click on finish. And here, make sure that's the name you want. And for now, click 480. We don't need the high definition. Maybe our final projects we will, but again, we don't want to spend too much time rendering it. My thumbnail, I'd rather use this one. Now, these are options to automatically save it to YouTube, Google Drive, or OneDrive. Now, I'm going to click on YouTube. Now, the first time you do that, it's going to ask you to authorize connection. So click on your email, come up. So if you click on that and you say yes, allow. So I'm going to do that because we're going to send this to your YouTube account, because after this class, you won't have you won't have these projects because you won't have access to this WeVideo account. And I'm going to hit finish. So it's saving it to WeVideo. And so we'll be able to find it later up here in videos. And it's also sending it to my YouTube account. And once we're done that, we'll show you how to take it from YouTube, embed it in your blog, and share it with our Google Plus community. So try not to miss those steps. And I hope you have fun with this project, because I think it's a fun one. And again, ask if you have questions or get stuck. Help each other out in the Google Plus community.